Howdy guys, welcome back. Sport Aficionado back at it again. Got a little surprise for you guys. Went by AutoZone after work. Bought 16 brand new spark plugs for the little red wagon here. Check this out. I don't care what anybody tells you. You want the best spark plugs for your vehicle? Buy OEM. Look at here. 2007 Jeep Commander, where it says spark plugs RE14MCC4 45 thousandths inch gap. That's what you want. This Jeep came with Champion spark plugs originally. That's where I'm going back in it. Check this out. Remember that number? RE14MCC4 Champion spark plug. That's what's in it. That's what I'm putting back in it. Granted, copper doesn't last as long as iridium or even platinum spark plugs. Copper's only good for about 100,000 miles. But I like sticking with the original equipment, so that's why I'm putting the Champion copper back in. The copper plugs are only good for about 100,000 miles, but you know what? It is what it is. I like OEM. I like the original fit. Now, as I mentioned, yes, copper spark plugs are only good for about 100,000 miles, maybe 120 at best. Everything wears out eventually. You know, some platinum iridium spark plugs, platinum spark plugs, they can go upwards of 150 to 200,000 miles, and they're still running perfectly fine. But you don't want to do that for one main reason. As the spark plugs wear, that gap gets wider, and so the spark plug has to work, the electrical system has to work harder to fire those spark plugs. Straining the electrical system causes electrical problems. You don't want that. Change your spark plugs 100,000 miles, 150 at most. Every 150, new spark plugs, won't have no problems. Check this out. This is a 2007 Jeep Commander Limited 574x4, 5.7 Hemi. We go inside. How many miles you think are on this thing? $238,138 miles, or 180, 238,186. Doesn't burn a drop of oil. Shifts like a dream. Changed oil every 5,000 miles. Full synthetic oil. I've put almost, let's see, I had 206 on it when I bought it. So I'm pushing just crossed over 30,000 miles that I put on it since I bought it. I ain't done nothing to it but new tires. Since I've owned this Jeep, I put brand new set of tires on it, one brand new front drive shaft. Let's see what else. 3 out of 4 brand new TPMS sensors. This is still the original one. Air filter, tail lights. Now mechanically, I've done nothing to this Jeep except for, like I said, drive shaft. That's about the only thing. And what I'm going to be doing next is new spark plugs, as I've just talked about. And here's the thing. I buy all my parts on rockauto.com. All OEM parts on Rock Auto. The ignition coils for this Jeep, Mopar original equipment ignition coils, about $90 a piece. So that's almost $1,000 just for 8 new ignition coils, because this is a 5.7 Hemi, 2 spark plugs per cylinder. So I said, you know what? I'll just change the spark plugs and then replace the coils one at a time if they go bad. Everything has to wear out eventually. But when you're buying electrical components, spark plugs, ignition coils, mass airflow sensor, by OEM, they last the longest. You know, starters and alternators, you can go to AutoZone, get a lifetime warranty. Buy a brand new one, get a lifetime warranty. If it ever goes out, no matter where you are in the world, find an AutoZone and you can get another one, no charge. But yeah, like I said, with this Jeep, since I've had it about 3 years. I put new tires on it, drive shaft, brake pads once. Did have to replace the brake caliper on the drive front here. Tires, drive shaft, brake pads, brake caliper. Changed the oil every 5,000 miles. So let's see, 206. I changed it to 16, 26, 36. I've changed it. No, hang on. I've changed it 210, 215, 220, 225, 230, 235. I've changed it 6 times since I bought it. Had 206 on it when I got it. It's got 238 now, so I've changed it about 6 times. Now I'm getting ready to go on the 7th oil change. Changed it every 5,000 miles of full synthetic oil and an original equipment mud pull filter. Never had any problems. Did replace the tail lamp assemblies because I backed into a telephone pole man's yard. Need to get the bumper replaced, as everybody knows. I rotate the tires every 10,000 miles. You're supposed to do it every 5,000, but I do it every 10. What else? That's basically all I've done with this Jeep. I do need to have the power steering pump replaced. That's $400. People say, why don't you get remanufactured? I don't trust you manufactured. I'm buying brand new. This pump lasted over 240, almost 240,000 miles. I put a new one on it. I'll go another 240,000 miles. What I think of the original spark plugs, 240,000 miles almost, and they are definitely time to change. So 200, and change the spark plugs. Ignition coils one by one if they go out, and keep changing the oil. I intend to see this thing hit a million miles. No shit. I've ever intended to see this thing hit 1,000,000 miles. I know it can do it. It ain't all technologically advanced like all these new cars are. Stop-start technology. People say that saves gas. No, it doesn't. It wears your vehicle out faster. You hit 100,000 miles. Oh, well, why is it burning oil? Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Slowly destroying the inside of your engine. 240,000 miles. This thing doesn't burn a single drop of oil between oil changes. Yes, it leaks from the valve cover. That's another thing I gotta do. But it doesn't burn oil. So what's coming up? Spark plugs, valve cover gaskets, power steering pump, coolant flush thermostat replacement, and new gas cap. It doesn't need a new gas cap, but just for preventative maintenance, I'm changing the gas cap anyway. It'll be here Tuesday. So that's $18. What the hell? Oh, and I put a new starter on about a year, somewhere around that time, about almost 2 years ago. New starter, about $300. No big deal. So upcoming spark plugs already bought, $5 a piece. That was $86, plus I had a $20 reward, so it knocked it down to about $66. So 16 spark plugs, $66. Can't complain about that. Valve cover gaskets about $40. No big deal. Power steering pump $400. No big deal. Why would you pay $400? Because, well, again, I want this thing to go into the new power steering pump to go at 240,000 miles like this is going. This still works. It's just noisy. It's getting on my nerves. I ended up replacing the alternator because I thought the alternator was making noise. It was the power steering pump. Anyway, oh yeah, $300 alternator. So, but I'm gonna quit rambling. Like I said, 16 new spark plugs going in this weekend on my Monday or Tuesday on my days off. Then valve cover gaskets in the next couple weeks. Spark plug tube seals and coolant flush, thermostat. I say I go on vacation in August. I'm driving this thing to Washington D.C. about 400 miles away, so I'm getting it road ready. and I should have all this done by August. Before August, honestly. So yeah, that's the good news, new spark plugs. Thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all on the next one. This is the Ford Aficionado, out.